Welcome to Central Shopping Centre at Koh Samui. Now, if you know Thailand, you know the Central Shopping Centre arrangements, and here they're no different to anywhere else in Thailand. But we'll take a brief look through so you get some kind of orientation as to what to expect when you come here. On entry, you'll find a number of small shops that are selling Thai art and a small selection of clothes. Typically, these shops will cost you an arm and a leg, so in my opinion, I generally don't shop there. If I want to buy clothes or whatever, I generally go to bigger markets, and I certainly stay away from shops inside shopping centres as well, because the shops inside shopping centres have obviously got to pay the real estate for the shop. Now, in saying that, shopping inside a shopping centre can be very pleasurable in that you generally don't have any price negotiation, so you don't have to bargain. You know the price, it's shown on the tag, and you're also usually in the comfort of an air-conditioned environment, and you have everything else you might possibly need, like a food hall. In front of me I can see a massage place. There's also beauty salons, chemists, and all of the things you could possibly want to buy on a particular day is in one location. However, I'm a little different to that. I like walking around and exploring, so shopping centres for me are usually a no-go zone unless I want to do something very quickly and I don't want to waste any time. Then I might pop into a shopping centre. The other convenient aspect of a shopping centre is that you've also usually got parking within the centre, so you're not having to leave your car somewhere on the street and walk a long distance to try and find the shopping centre, only to find that you come back and your car is scratched or damaged. So in this particular shopping centre, as I said, it's pretty much laid out the same way all other centrals are. Now here we have the food court, and you can see the small arrangement of various different shops selling different things. Some are specialising in drinks, some are specialising in noodles, some are specialising in seafood, others beef, whatever it is, right? So you'll find them in those particular stalls. Looking from the top area here, we can see the market area that I walked past when I first walked in to the entry area over there. So the market, as I said, has a small amount of shops, clothing shops, knickknacks, souvenirs, that type of thing. But from the top here, you can see it is quite extensive. Quite nice out the front there. We've got an area where you can sit and enjoy a beer or a soft drink and just take in some fresh air and relax. Now, weather dependent, of course, you wouldn't want to be sitting in there with the sun beating down on you. Instead, there's some more places along the beach that you can go to and enjoy the area over there. You'll also find a lot of branded shops inside these shopping centres. As we walk through the centre, you should see a number of those labels that are familiar to you. The thing you'll also know about Thailand, if you've been here before, if you haven't, I'll tell you, is the big push on selling condominiums and real estate to foreigners. The people wanting to retire in Thailand and live the life of luxury in the form of a condo or a house with a pool and overlooking great views, etc., for a fraction of the cost that it might cost in their home country. You can find it in one of these property shops. For me, buying a condo in somewhere like Pattaya or Samui or Phuket represents poor value for money. And the reason I say that is I've just noticed over the years that they decline at an incredibly rapid rate after they're built. And the reason for that is that they're constantly putting up new condominium blocks, right? And nobody wants an old condominium. They want, the latest mod cons, and they want all the special features and the decor and that type of thing, and they're prepared to pay for that. So people get caught spending a lot of money on a new condominium and then having to offload it at a loss at a time when there are a lot of other properties being sold, and the competitive market forces drive the prices down. So I'd rather buy property in my home country, rent it out, and use that to pay for my holidays. I also understand there are variations to what I said. Some people want to retire here and live their remaining years out. They want to marry a local and live here. They want to open a business here. I get all that, right? And under those circumstances, buying a property of some description, and I say some description because you'd have to consider the resale value and all of those other dynamics and the ownership rules here before you actually purchased. Here we got an AIS shop, lots of phones being sold. Big shop too. Another phone shop, phone accessories shop. Next we've got J-Mart, popular phone accessory and phone seller. Over on the right hand side there I can see True Mobile, which is company I'm with at the moment. More phone shops, camera store. Now, one of the things that used to happen years ago when I first was coming to Thailand was that it was great value to buy things. Now, I bought lots of things when I was in Thailand, great watches, mobile phones, all those type of things, because the exchange rate was really good. But these days, Thai versus other country exchange rates has deteriorated significantly, and it's become poor value for me to buy electronics and that type of thing in Thailand. So I generally avoid that. The other thing that I would add to that is that you've also got global pricing dynamics being managed really well by some of the major companies these days. As an example, Apple phones are the same price everywhere, so are Samsung phones. And it's very, very difficult to get a Samsung telephone out of a retailer here in Thailand cheaper than it would be in, say, Australia. Now, you might get some run-out deals, and that might happen, but generally speaking, the way I prefer to do it is I prefer to buy all my phones online, and I can use the advantages of these bulk selling retailers to get the best price and best value for my buck, right? But coming over here now to buy a mobile phone, nah, sorry, no good anymore. All right, so we've got a super sports store over here. For those that want to buy some branded stuff, you can see, genuine Adidas, Nike, ASICS stuff. And they've got a lot of discount stands there. Stuff sitting on central tables that have 50% off and that type of thing. It's still very expensive. And again, unless you're in need of this stuff for your trip while you're here, my advice is to let it go and buy it when you get back home online. All right, so we've got some banks over there, luggage shops. Luggage always looks good when it's in a shop presented like this, right? But at the end of the day, most luggage shelves are similar unless you cross the threshold into some of the really premium stuff. The thing I worry about with luggage is wheels. Luggage wheels are the easiest thing to break on luggage, and if you're smart, you'll buy luggage that has wheels that are recessed into the luggage box, right, or into the case, so partly recessed, so they can't be knocked off when they're thrown around by luggage handlers. Or the other thing that can happen is, you roll up your hotel and the porter says, "Let me help you," and they take it and they drag the case using wheels over bitumen, rough surfaces, all those type of things, and it just chips all of the polycarbonate or plastic off the wheels, and eventually the wheel starts to deteriorate to a point where it affects the bearing or the part in the middle that's actually helping it move along smoothly, right? So some premium restaurants here. That's a really premium restaurant, that El Gaucho's. And over here, what do we got? Sizzling ribeye steak. Oh, Sizzler, famous chain, closed down in Australia. I think they might have one restaurant. They couldn't make it work in Australia. It just, yeah, I'm not sure what the reason was there, but I really enjoyed going to Sizzler. I loved their salad bar. It was a really unique thing when it first opened up, but alas, no. Their cheese bread was nice too. So as you can see, some of these branded outlets here, very famous, reputable brands. And of course, they're located in what could be considered to be a premium shopping centre, right? Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, wow. Rubber band guns, rubber band. Yeah, rubber band guns, a lot of fun. Walking around picking up your rubber bands after you flick them all around the room. Great fun. Good exercise. H&M, another popular chain. Prima Gold, Prima Diamond, Prima Art, yeah. See up in the top level there, you can see Crocs, Tailwind, Bata. Hey sir, how are you? Alright, so a guy just walked up to me and said to me, one of the security staff said to me, "Sir, you can't go live." I didn't understand what he was trying to say. He said, "No light, no light." And I thought he was saying no light. But he's no light, no light. Anyway, I just sort of, I'm baffled. I don't understand. And so he pulled his phone out, he switched on Google Translate, he spoke into it, and then he turned towards me and said, "You can't go live." And I thought, oh, that was very smart of him, and good on him for using technology to be able to communicate with me. That was lovely. So I showed him that I wasn't going live, that I was in fact recording a video, and there was no live, and he was happy with that. He said, "Oh, okay, no problem." But they don't know, right? Because they see you talking into the camera, and they thinking he's broadcasting this, and of course I'm not. Well, here's a travel agent here, and I've noticed that they're also advertising the full moon party. So if you haven't heard about the full moon party and you're a young person and you want to do full moon party, well, look it up. It's available from Koh Samui. You've got to go to another island, but anyway, I'll leave you to look that up. For me, nah, it's not what I'm sort of looking for at my age anymore. As I mentioned earlier, car parking, so you've got plenty of it under there, underground. Come back up here and away you go. Food court, as I stated earlier. Lots of different shops. lots of different things to drink. Alright, so that's about it. I think I've given enough of an overview of central in Samui, and so from me, thank you for watching, and until next time, have a great day. Take care.